Welcome to Mystic Realms Recap. Links are in the description below. Please show some love of the author and me. On to the show.
Scheduling the task, Dreamstar Night Glow felt really tired. As the direct person in charge of such an important Imperial heavy weapon as the StarCraft simulation world, Dreamstar Nightwe is definitely one of the few heavenly pride of the Imperial Federation. But the more you are in such a position, the more you can feel the tightness of the Imperial front. This can be felt from the number and frequency of reserve commanders drawn by the Empire. Dreamstar Night Glow has a special status, and many times it is not appropriate to talk to someone, so he shows people with a cold face all year round. Sometimes, he thinks that he is not a cold person by nature. It wasn't until he met Meng Ze that he realized he wasn't. Thinking of Meng Ze, Dreamstar Night Glow comes with a little spirit. What is this bastard doing now? If he is not in the interstellar world, just pull a scolding and relieve his anger. Dreamstar Night Glow thought. When Meng Ze received the Dreamstar Night Glow, he was drinking a drink and listening to the exotic songs of the Imperial Federation, which was very refreshing. Not to mention, Meng Ze feels that life after this promotion to the chaotic battlefield is much better than before. Before in the new district, I felt as if I was calculating every day what kind of troops, battles, technological upgrades, and the like. There was not much free time, and I was pitted by that guy from Acre, and I couldn't enjoy many things. It was simply hard. Of course, the feeling of manipulating the battlefield and waving Feng Shao is still very cool. AKA, who has an unknown time and space node, feels that he is wronged. Not that he refuses to give it, but he does not dare. If it weren't for the acquisition of that crystal, his control over the interstellar world would have increased, and he would still not dare to give these functions. The more you move your hands and feet, the more traces you leave behind. Although the interstellar world carries the technology of the 8th level civilization, it is born with a certain ability to resist information prying, but AKA is foreign after all, and the risk is too great. And the crystal obtained from the relic Zerg gave AKA confidence. Dreamstar Nightlight only knew that that crystal contained huge energy and could even replace the role of crystal mine. Because one of the core driving forces of the cloud platform is such a crystal. But Dreamstar Night Glow does not know the real purpose of this crystal, which is when the StarCraft simulation world was created, the natural birth of the core of the world, which is equivalent to the master brain of the world. The authority held by the Imperial Federation is actually the crystal fragment from them, but they themselves don't know it. For some unknown reason, the complete world core shattered into several pieces. In addition to the Imperial Federation, there is also a piece of the Zerg of Area 89, and this one in Akka's hands. Compared to the other two parties, the piece that AKA got was the largest. When Akka showed Dreamstar Night Glow, he reduced the volume many times, so Dreamstar Nightlight was only envious, and there were no more ideas. Big guy, can you have a drink? This drink is good. Meng Ze gestured to the dreamy starry night glow that appeared on the screen. Dreamstar Night Glow's already unhappy mood suddenly became even more blocked, and his face was even more pale like a beep dog. I worked hard for the Imperial Federation, and this forced goods were actually enjoying it so leisurely, and people were more angry than people. Meng Ze, just a little bit of achievement and you are so depraved? Are you floating? Think you're number one in the world? Dreamstar Nightlight asked angrily. However, because of the lack of confidence, the tone is not so high. I'm leaning, big guy. This is to find out the gas pump. Meng Ze's emotional intelligence is still a little online, and the root cause of the big guy's unhappiness is not himself, of course. There must be one of his own reasons for being unhappy. Big guy, who messes with you, you tell me. Opponents below the 3rd level. I will help you get it in minutes. Meng Ze pretended to be a big shot. Dreamstar Nightwe was made to cry and laugh by Meng Ze's lazy look, especially, opponents below level 3 still use you. Not to mention level 3, level 4 I can die in minutes. Use your own snacks, there will be world missions in a while, you better be eligible to participate, there are your benefits. Being so distracted by Meng Ze, I couldn't say a lot of words. However, Dream Starry Nightglow's mood is much better. Not because of anything else, maybe because of Meng Ze's casual, equal attitude towards him. Don't look at Meng Ze screaming at a big guy every time they meet, but he doesn't have that groveling mentality at all, which can be confirmed by the countless Dream Star Nightglow. Huh, do you still need qualifications? I thought the world mission was ready to be done. Meng Ze looked confused. The mission system Meng Ze also took a look and really did not pay attention to the specific information of the world mission. He just treats the world mission as a big task and thinks that it can be available at any time and when he wants. Dream Star Nightglow, accustomed to Meng Ze's illiterate behavior. A guy who mixes in and often sneaks out and wanders, can you expect him to carefully understand the mission information? Dream Star Nightlight let out a breath, and when he didn't hear Meng Ze's words, he said, "You have to fight to advance to the 4th level during this time. Although this difficulty is very high, but you are not short of resources, work hard, you can still do it. Don't worry, I will do my best. By the way, big guy, do you say that it is better for me to build 100 or 200 in the space shipyard?" For the space shipyard, because of the insufficient number of engineering troops, Meng Ze has not yet begun to build, and now that the big guy of Dream Star Nighthui is here, he feels that he can ask the big guy for advice. "I'm special. As you wish." Hearing this stupid question, Dream Star Yahui's brain was blue and protruding, and he wanted to scold people, but then he suddenly remembered that this one in front of him was a special one who occupied the gold mine nest, so he waved his hand weakly. "Wang Jiao Jiao." Then, not bothering to look at Meng Ze again, he hung up the communication. Meng Ze was confused. Could it be that there was something wrong with the question he asked? Then, with a mind full of questions, Meng Ze clicked on the list of buildings he could build and chose the space shipyard. Space shipyard. Important buildings for the production of medium and large space warships. Resource demand. 500 million. Meng Ze counted the zeros behind the resource. "I'm special. 500 million won. 35. No wonder the Dream Star Nightglow boss is that expression. As soon as you open your mouth for 100 or 200, that is the difference between 50 billion and 100 billion. It's too expensive." Meng Ze suddenly felt that he didn't seem to have that much money. "No, you have to find a way to improve your mining efficiency." Thinking of this, Meng Ze immediately went to the free market again. This time, the free market disappointed Meng Ze, who rummaged over it for more than an hour, and there were many types of mining rigs, but none of them worked. "Grass, I don't believe it. An interstellar world can't find a good mining machine." 99. The angry Meng Ze made 3 identical top announcements directly on the World Channel. 117 Warzone Meng Ze, seeking to buy the best mining machine in the interstellar world. It can be used at the 3rd level, and some of them directly bring the price ME. 117 Warzone Meng Ze, seeking to buy the best mining machine in the interstellar world. It can be used at the 3rd level, and some of them directly bring the price ME. 117 Warzone Meng Ze, seeking to buy the best mining machine in the interstellar world. It can be used at the 3rd level, and some of them directly bring the price ME. As the announcement went out, the entire World Channel directly exploded. What did I see? Oh, light, the light of God. The top announcement of 100 million articles directly take 3 to buy mining machines worship. Eileen, Shenhao, please hug my thighs. It's actually District 117. Why isn't it our district? If it is, I have to move all the way to rub it. What a stupid comparison. What is wrong with 3 billion? Take it out and make an announcement. What's even more outrageous is that he actually asked for a mining machine. 39. Big guy, is there any secret of the 3 billion mining machine? Are you mining a treasure mine? My eyes have been blinded. I don't want 3 billion. Who will give me 100 million to cure one? Speaking on the World Channel also requires money 677, but it is not as expensive as announcements, especially top announcements. Meng Ze's wave of operations made the World Channel that usually brushed a short time ago actually brush the screen. Originally, after Meng Ze made the announcement, he was also in pain in the flesh, 3 billion, which is not a small amount for him. But unexpectedly, he then received a like from Acre. Meng Ze's eyes lit up, and he remembered that he needed fame, and it was a surprise to hit it by mistake. Then Meng Ze's private messages exploded, thousands per second, and they couldn't be seen. Wisdom brain, extract key information, and pick out the mining machine for sale. Meng Ze instructed the brain. Suddenly a new list appeared on the big screen, which was full of mining machines for sale. But even after selection, the number is still staggering. Eliminate all the mining machines that have been seen in the free market just now. Meng Ze continues to increase the condition. Suddenly, the information was more than half less. Extract the name of the mining machine that exists in the information, and remove the name without it. A new list appears, dozens of mining machine names. Meng Ze looked at it and found that he was lonely, and he didn't understand any of the properties of these mining machines. Send a message to the owners of these miners, ask them to send the miner attributes, and then you pick out the 3 best performing ones and show them to me, AFDF. Meng Ze finished his orders, sat down in the commander's chair, asked for an emerald green drink that I don't know what it was called, and waited as he drank. At this time, another message arrived, and this new information came from Meng Ze's friends and younger brother. All words of exclamation. Meng Ze replied unanimously, "No way, there are many mines." Pushing. 10 minutes later, G-Brain prompted, "Commander, there are still 3 people who have not provided mining machine attributes." "Don't wait, just compare," Meng Ze commanded. Immediately, 3 types of miners popped up on the screen. Category: Flexible miner. Level 1. Efficiency: 10 units/hour. Vitality: 20. Attack power: 5. Defense: 0. Speed: 30. Manufacturing demand: 50 units of crystal ore, indicating that the miner is petite in size, can produce deformation, greatly increasing the number of mining rigs accommodated in the mine. Because there are no samples, Meng Ze does not know exactly how much it can hold, but the owner of the mining rig did provide data that each mine can accommodate about 600 mining rigs. According to this data, the efficiency is twice as high as Meng Ze's nanominer. Yes, there are obviously good things. They are all hidden. Why don't they put them in the free market? Meng Ze said dissatisfiedly. Then, Meng Ze looks to the next one. Category: Magnetic miner. Level 1. Efficiency: 20 units/hour. Vitality: 20. Attack power: 5. Defense power: 0. Speed: 20. Manufacturing requirements: 80 units of crystal ore. Description: the mining machine uses magnetic connection, can work in parallel, increasing the number of mining rigs accommodated in the mine. Meng Ze asked G-Brain to ask the seller that the single mine could accommodate 400 mining machines. In addition, the efficiency of this mining machine is twice as high as that of flexible mining machines, so that the performance of magnetic miners is better than that of flexible mining machines. Meng Ze didn't rush to make a decision and moved on to the next mining machine. Category: Ion miner. Level 3. Efficiency: 50 units/hour. Life force: 100. Attack power: 20. Defense power: 0. Speed: 40. Manufacturing requirements: 200 units of crystal ore. Description: the miner uses ion technology mining and additionally enjoys the addition of ion technology level *5%. Meng Ze's eyes lit up at the sight of this. This is the first time Meng Ze has seen a miner above level 1. Mining efficiency of up to 50 units/hour is 5 times higher than that of nanominers, and the growth is excellent. If not large, it is definitely the best of the 3 mining machines. The owner of the ion miner is called Pure D Xiaolong, and Meng Ze is going to ask for the price, so he asks G-Brain to send a communication. On the opposite side, the Pure Drop Xiaolong saw the communication, and his eyes lit up instantly, and the fat sheep came. "Hello, Meng Ze boss." Commander Pure Drop Xiaolong, hello. Does the big guy take a fancy to my mining machine? Pure D Xiaolong asked directly. It feels pretty good, so I wanted to ask for the price. Meng Ze doesn't deny it either. My mining machine is definitely the only one in the interstellar world. Meng Ze boss, I don't offer a high price, just 1 billion. 35 Pure Drop Xiaolong has an expression on his face that you have taken advantage of. Poof. The drink Meng Ze had just put into his mouth all squirted out. Are you a fool for me? Meng Ze's face was ugly. How come? How come? Don't be angry with the big guy. You will definitely not find the next one for my mining machine. Besides, the big guy you make an announcement casually is 3 billion. What is this money? Yes, I know that it is the after effect of that announcement. Meng Ze said heartily. Yes, it's just 3 billion to make an announcement. But what does that have to do with you? Clear your mind. Don't treat people as fools. Meng Ze calmed his mind and said lightly. How could that be? Then it definitely won't. Pure D Xiaolong said awkwardly. Give you another chance to make an offer. Think about it later. Meng Ze snorted coldly. 500 million. The Pure Drop Dragon hesitated to speak. Meng Ze heard this and hung up the communication directly. Oh, it's really a pig. As soon as Meng Ze hung up, the message of the Pure Drop Dragon came over. Big guy, 100 million, absolutely sincere. Meng Ze thought for a while and felt that although there was a bit of a gambling component, because he didn't know the size of the ion miner, if it was 100 million, maybe it seemed too expensive for others, but for himself it was worth buying. And others did not have their own mine. So he told G-Brain, let him send things first. The information went back, and in less than a minute, the technical chip of the ion miner was sent. It seems that Pure D Xiaolong is not worried at all that Meng Ze will hack his ion miner. Meng Ze certainly wouldn't do that, and he didn't lack that money. After confirming that the things were correct, he transferred 100 million resources to the Pure Drop Xiaolong. In appreciation of his simplicity, Meng Ze also paid the transaction fee on his behalf. Big guy atmosphere. Pure Drop Xiaolong sent thanks. Loading the ion miner manufacturing technology into the command center, Meng Ze built 1,000 at once. The size of the ion miner looks similar to that of the nano miner, but how much a pile can hold must be tested. Meng Ze freed up 2 piles and let the 1,000 ion miners mine. Just at first glance, you can know that there are many of them, and many mining machines are waiting in line. Meng Ze lets the brain control a little bit of reduction. In the end, the full load is the same as the nano miner, which is 300 units. Lean. Waste of feelings. Meng Ze did not expect that the capacity of 2 mining machines with similar size is really the same, and he has long known that he will directly go to 300 units. Meng Ze then calculated his current daily mining volume. The efficiency of the initial value of 1.0 is the number of mines 22 by 100 piles / or yards * 300 single piles * mining efficiency 50 by 240 hours equals 7.90. 2 billion. In addition, individual weapon level 21 has a bonus of 210%. Individual power level 21 has a bonus of 105%. Ion Technology Level 1 has a bonus of 5%. And Commander Minus has a bonus of 150%. Therefore, the final production capacity is 5.7 times the initial value, 45.1 to 44 million. Seeing the final figures, Meng Ze was stunned by his own perversion. When others are still fighting for tens of millions of mines, they can already go to the alien planet on a rocket to charter a farm. At the beginning, the God of War Alliance and the vertical and horizontal city fought for a super-rich mine, and Meng Ze still remembers it very vividly. What the First and Fourth Alliances in the 117th Theater of Operations, in the eyes of Meng Ze now, are all Miao's earthen turtles and have never seen the world. Thinking of this, Meng Ze suddenly felt that something was not quite right, and he now understood a little about the situation of the chaotic battlefield. Just for a super bonanza, it was really too low to compare. If you have a problem, look for Brother Bao. Call the dog-headed Bun. Shenhao, did you send money to Brother Bun? Doghead Bun quipped. Haha, what is the money, Brother Buns? You say a number, manage enough. Meng Ze looked awesome. It's worthy of throwing 3 billion divine heroes atmosphere. The dog-headed bun gave Meng Ze a thumbs up. Speaking of this, I have a question I want to ask the big guy. I don't know if the big guy remembers 2 months ago that two alliances grabbed a super bonanza? Meng Ze asked. I'm not impressed. Communication bun thought about it. One is the God of War Alliance, the other is the Vertical and Horizontal City, and it is said that it is still the first and fourth ranked alliance in the 117 war zone of the chaotic battlefield. This matter is not small in Meng Ze's opinion, and the dog-headed bun can't even remember this. Haha, haha. Hearing Meng Ze say the specific name of the alliance, the dog-headed bun finally reacted, leaning forward and back with a smile. Big guy, don't just laugh. Talk about what is going on. Meng Ze knew he had made a mistake, but he couldn't think of anything. Brother, you are now level 3. Yes! Meng Ze doesn't know why the dog-head bun mentions this. Then do you know where the other first level and second level players are? Dog-head bun asked. Meng Ze thought about it. I really didn't know. All he could touch was at least the void floating island, which meant that it was a third level player. Where did the level 1 and 2 players go? Could it be? The dog-headed bun pointed down and said, all at the lowest level, the void continent. We can't go there. The so-called God of War Alliance, Vertical and Horizontal City are all names made by the first and second level players there. Ranking first and fourth is right, because there is no alliance for players above the third level. So how much water is this, you know? 5. What a me-out rub. Meng Ze felt his face humiliated. How did he know that an alliance with such a majestic name, what God of War Alliance, and the city of Vertical and Horizontal would actually be such a thing? No wonder no one came to pull him into the league after he was promoted, and he thought he was disliked before. Asking about this matter, Meng Ze solved a long-standing doubt in his heart. Hanging up the phone with the dog's head bun, Meng Ze got busy. The first batch of biochemical arsenals, rearmament factories, and aircraft manufacturing centers have been completed, and Meng Ze began to take his arms back to the furnace and rebuild them. The biochemical lancers were upgraded to land-based mobile armored infantry. Land-based mobile armored infantry. Level 3 mysterious. Population 1 unit. Vitality 1000. Attack power 100 plus 21. Technology bonus, defense power, 10 plus 21, technology bonus, speed, 30 plus 20, technology bonus, energy shield, 3000, manufacturing requirements, 6,000 units of crystal ore. The Spitfire was upgraded to a land-based mobile ion pyro. Land-based mobile ion pyro, level 3 mysterious, population, 1 unit, vitality, 1000, attack power, 200 plus 42, technology bonus, defense power, 10 plus 21, technology bonus, speed, 30 plus 20, technology bonus, energy shield, 3000, manufacturing requirements, 10,000 units of crystal ore. The medical arms have officially withdrawn from the stage of history, and all the mobile armor of the third-level technology has its own first-aid recovery ability. Meng Ze's more than 100,000 medics were repurposed into land-based mobile armored infantry. After the robot is upgraded, it is divided into 2 directions. One is the Sky Mecha and the other is the Thor Mecha. Sky Mecha, level 3 mysterious, population, 1 unit, life force, 2000, attack power, 200 plus 42, defense power, 10 plus 21, technology bonus, speed, 120 plus 42, technology bonus, energy shield, 10,000, manufacturing requirement, 15,000 units of crystal ore. Thor Mecha, level 3 mysterious, population, 1 unit, life force, 2000, attack power, 200 plus 42, defense power, 30 plus 21, technology bonus, speed, 60 plus 42, technology bonus, energy shield, 15,000, manufacturing requirement, 15,000 units of crystal ore. 0. Ask for flowers. The My layer, a very rarely used class, was supposed to shine in the new area, but because Meng Ze entered the interstellar battlefield too quickly, there were few occasions for use, and it also withdrew from Meng Ze's class sequence. After the tank is upgraded, it becomes a land-based mobile reloaded fortress. Its movement speed slows down, it loses its attack ability before deformation, and it can only be transformed into a siege fortress mode to carry out long-range strikes, becoming a land-based assault unit. Land-based mobile reloaded fortress. Level 3 mysterious. Population 2 units. Vitality 5,000. Attack power 5,000 plus 1,200. Fortress mode. Defense 30 plus 21. Technology bonus. Speed 20 plus 21. Technology bonus. Energy shield 20,000. Manufacturing demand 50,000 units of crystal ore. After the upgrade of the science spacecraft, a space disturbance observation radar has been added, which can detect subdimensional navigation targets. Science ship. Level 3 mysterious. Population 4 units. Life force 3,000. Attack power 0. Defense power 10 plus 21. Technology bonus. Speed 300 plus 63. Technology bonus. Energy shield 30,000. Manufacturing demand 200,000 units of crystal ore. Description: air-type field control unit, can detect stealth, detect space disturbance. It has the ability to defend against matrix, EMP, electromagnetic shock wave, and radiation. 3. The Ghost and Vagrant functions were combined to form the air support Aeolian assault ship. Function assault ship. Level 3 mysterious. Population 2 units. Life force 3,000. Attack power 300 plus 63. Defense power 10 plus 21. Technology bonus. Speed 300 plus 63. Technology bonus. Energy shield 30,000. Manufacturing requirements 60,000 units crystal ore. Description: air-ground battleship with excellent air combat and ground capabilities, using tactical nuclear bombs and particle beam weapons to attack. The transport aircraft was upgraded to become a transport assault ship, which slightly increased its speed and greatly increased its defensive power. Transport assault ship. Level 3 mysterious. Population 2 units. Life force 3,000. Attack power 0. Defense 20 plus 42. Technology bonus. Speed 300 plus 63. Technology bonus. Energy shield 20,000. Manufacturing demand 40,000 units of crystal ore. After reaching the 3rd level, Meng Ze found that his class was getting closer to reality, and many of the database attributes that were originally in the new district were becoming more and more inaccurate, and many times they were only used for reference. The shield's resilience makes health meaningless, attacks cover each other, and wide-range hits are the norm. Of course, this does not mean that the data is completely meaningless. The data represents the class or the performance of the battleship. It's just that when the data reaches the battlefield, it is no longer the only indicator. While undergoing class modification, Meng Ze also arranges the construction of various buildings. Meng Ze's long-cherished super-large electromagnetic railgun has finally begun to be built on the void floating island, just the foundation frame that has just been laid down, which is hundreds of meters long and wide. Another spaceship yard occupies no less than 5 times larger than the aircraft manufacturing center, which is the original airfield. The width is only about 500 meters, but the length reaches a staggering 3 kilometers. One had been built at the spaceship yard, and Meng Ze looked at the ships that could be built in it. There is only one kind. The name is Space Assault Ship, which is a gadget with a length of more than 50 meters and a width of more than 100 meters. At least for space battleships, it is indeed a gadget. Thinking of the size problem, Meng Ze recalled the Zerg of life and death battles, and it seemed that there was no real big guy of 677, except for the Yunda Mother Nest. I don't know if it can't be made or if this mission didn't. It's not that the spaceship yard can't build other warships, but they all need to buy them. Especially the battleships in the point system, Meng Ze looked very hungry. However, Meng Ze's points are not enough, and if you go and flip around, you can only afford one, a Comet Star mothership, just 10,000 points. It is said that it is a mothership, but in fact, it is a transport ship in space. What Aeolian assault ships, transport assault ships, motorized infantry, mecha, and the like can all be packed inside. Meng Ze said in his heart, at that time, use motherships to transport troops, space assault ships to escort, and scientific spacecraft as reconnaissance. Although this scene looks a little miserable, it seems that it can be used improvably. Thinking of this, Meng Ze is ready to ask Meng Jun to see what they are paired with when they act, and if there is anything they can learn. Big guy, when will you fight the promotion battle? I don't know if you can watch the battle at that time. The communication was connected, and Meng Jun asked this question after saying hello. What is there to watch the battle? Find a time, do tasks together. When the time comes, I will take points, you will take resources. Meng Ze said. After being disliked by Dream Star Night Glow, Meng Ze made up for the lesson a little and understood some of the rules of the point system. Of the 4 missions in the point system, solo and team missions are always selectable. Both missions have both rewards and points, but Meng Ze can't see the amount of resources rewarded. In both missions, the points of the team mission are much higher than the single mission, and the point is that the points and resources of the team mission are distributed by the team leader. That is, if Meng Ze is the captain, he can give all the points to himself, or most of them to himself, and he can completely dispense with resources. Generally speaking, this situation is basically not much more willing, because points are much more important than resources. But it also depends on whether people are not. Like Meng Jun, they are almost unable to mix, and he will not dislike resource points. What's more, Meng Ze felt that he didn't need them to participate in the attack, just come and get ahead to do the task. Although the resources of the point task are all one-time rewards, not much, but the resources picked up in vain, they should not want. In fact, the Chaos Battlefield also has a resource mission to grab floating islands or mining planets. Like the kind that the big bastard in Xiqing district did when he was pitted by the dog head bun before, that kind of resource planet can be mined for a period of time. That is, there is a continuous income for a period of time, and the amount of resources is very good. However, that kind of task has no points and does not meet Meng Ze's needs. Hearing Meng Ze's words, Meng Jun's eyes suddenly lit up. Is the big guy ready to carry himself? Immediately Meng Jun thought of a fierce man, and asked tentatively, Big guy, the team task needs at least 3 people. Is there anyone to choose the big guy? Not yet. How? Who do you want to be with? Big guy. Do you remember a fierce man? 35, Meng Jun said. Meng Ze nodded. There were only a few people at the beginning of the small meeting, and Meng Ze's memory was not so bad. Big guy, the planet 30,000 Li and the Wine Sword Immortal have all moved. Only one fierce man stayed because he trusted the big guy. I don't know if the big guy can take him with him? Meng Jun asked. It's no problem to take him along, but you said that the planet 30,000 Li and the Wine Sword Immortal moved away. What does it have to do with me? Meng Ze didn't understand. Meng Jun hurriedly told Meng Ze what he heard before. Hearing that the big bastard in Xiqing wanted to mess with himself, Meng Ze was very unhappy in his heart. Oh, I didn't take you seriously, but you always want to find things for Lao Tzu, and when I have time, I will ask the Bun boss, how can I kill him? Thinking of killing the big bastard in Xiqing district, Meng Ze was silent on his face, but told Meng Jun, the strength of the big bastard in Xiqing district is just like that, it's nothing. Of course, with the strength of the big guy, we are not worried at all. Besides, the big bastard in the Xiqing district can't personally shoot. As for other players, who can fight how big guy you? Meng Jun said with a nonchalant face, feeling more confident than Meng Ze himself. Why can't the big bastards in Xiqing district make a move? Meng Ze was stunned. Don't you know, big guy? Meng Jun looked confused. I haven't played this game for a long time. Many rules are not clear. You talk to me. Meng Ze revealed that he was short and did not understand the rules of the interstellar world was his old problem. Due to sufficient resources, the pace of his development in the interstellar world is too fast, and many times there is no time to understand the corresponding rules. Big guy, our third-level void floating island is too poor compared to the planet's defensibility, so we and the fourth-level and fifth-level players can trade with each other. There is almost no intersection. After the fourth level, everyone has a planet. The difference between the defensibility of the fourth and fifth levels is not so big. Everyone will appear on the same battlefield. Even when it comes to missions, our team missions and large missions don't work with more advanced players. So if the big bastards in Xiqing district want to do something to the big guy, they can only entrust third-level players, of course. 3.5 can gather many players to besiege the big guy at once. After listening to Meng Jun's explanation, Meng Ze understood. Planet Force Field. Meng Ze naturally knew that the perversion of that thing, he had seen it with his own eyes. With the protection of the planetary force field, the firepower of the battleship is basically abolished, and a large number of intraplanet arms are required to carry out assaults, which is very difficult. And the void floating island doesn't have that kind of thing. As for Meng Jun's statement of gathering multiple players to besiege, Meng Ze will still be afraid of this? At that time, it may be that someone else will besiege him, or he will besiege a group alone. However, Meng Ze didn't know that this situation would not occur at all, and those people who were gathered by the big gangsters in the Xiqing district had long since withdrawn. After saying these gossip, Meng Ze asked about the purpose of his communication with Meng Jun. Meng Jun, what battleship escort are you using for the expedition now? The spaceship yard could only build one gadget at first. Meng Ze thought that he could hear some advice from Meng Jun, but he didn't expect his new little brother to be full of bitterness, and he almost didn't burst into tears. Big guy, I don't even have a spaceship yard yet. You don't want to build that kind of high-level spaceship yard, do you? How can it? Ordinary ones can't be built. You have to earn points every month. Otherwise, you will face a life and death battle. But to earn points will consume a lot of troops. Back and forth. There are not many resources saved at all. What Meng Jun said is actually the situation faced by most players at the bottom of the interstellar world. The foundation is too poor, there is almost no room for improvement after promotion, and he is always hovering on the edge of life and death. Hitting resource points may not have waited for the return to the roots, and the battle of life and death will come. Hit the point task after consumption, there is no capital to play resource points anymore. Round after round, you can only rely on those mining areas before promotion, barely support, and then accumulate resources little by little to seek opportunities. Hearing that Meng Jun was so miserable, Meng Ze couldn't say anything more, only said that when the promotion battle was over, he would take them to 05 to play team tasks, and then hastily end the call. Meng Ze searched the free market, and there were many blueprints of battleships on the market, but there were few ships above the legendary level. He also asked the dog-headed bun for advice, and the dog-headed bun replied that the drawings on the market are basically battleships that players DIY by themselves. It is not as perfect at all as the battleships in the point system. You know, the battleships in the point system are all reproduced according to the main battleships of the Imperial Federation. It is arguably the best capital battleship you can find in the interstellar world. And there are not many battleships that can be exchanged for 3 levels, because when the Imperial Federation designed the interstellar world, it considered that the 3rd-level commander was just a transition. So even the point system only provided several small 3rd-level warships, but did not provide the main battleship. In general, it is to let Meng Ze not spend too much thought on 3rd-level battleships, and to change to the 4th level, replace the full range of Starfire battleships. As for the 5th-level Starry Sky level and the 6th-level Yamato level, it is still too far away. In fact, The dog's head bun is not too detailed, and many 4th-level players can't even gather a complete set of battleships, often with a single kind of battleship as the main force. In fact, between various types of warships, it is only a matter of high and low firepower. Generally speaking, large warships are far superior to small warships in terms of firepower and survivability, and the only inferior thing should be battlefield mobility. Meng Ze followed the advice of the dog-headed bun and abandoned the idea of seeking multiple warships on the 3rd rank. However, he has deep pockets and plans to line up the production of many space assault ships at once. Any space-related warship, it is estimated that there is no cheap, even a space assault ship that is a gadget in Meng Ze's opinion, it will cost millions of spar mines. The price is the most expensive Meng Ze has ever built in the interstellar world. Not only is it expensive, but the manufacturing cycle is also long. Even if Meng Ze has a commander bonus, the manufacturing speed is increased by 150%, and it takes nearly 10 hours to build a space assault ship. Meng Ze was even a little skeptical that 100 of his space shipyards would be enough. If you let others know that he thinks like this, it is estimated that he will be killed. Of course, this is also based on Meng Ze's explosive income. A simple comparison, you can know how perverted Meng Ze's income is now. The big bastards in Xiqing district are conscientious, non-stop doing tasks, looking for resources, and their daily income is only more than 300 million, which is considered to be the better person among the 4th-level players. Doghead buns are a little better than him, but also limited. Meng Ze's income in one day is equivalent to 120 Xiqing gunks, or 100 and a few dog-headed buns. With such resources, it is natural to want to build what you want. However, the speed of battleship construction is slow, and there is no way. Theoretically, when entering the class of space battleships, all systems will be very complicated, and of course they will not be built quickly. However, the construction is slow, but the power of the battleship built is also very impressive. Taking space assault ships as an example, the main gun is a heavy particle cannon with an attack power of 10,000, and the secondary gun is a high-energy particle cannon and laser with an attack power between 500 to 1,000. That is, each space assault ship has many fire points. The defense has a basic battleship shell layer, and the defense value is 75, which is added to the defense capability improvement brought about by scientific and technological research. More importantly, the energy shield, Meng Ze's harvested star spirit energy field shield technology, can be regarded as the best display on the space battleship. Even this small space assault ship can reach 200,000 energy shields. Meng Ze, who is accustomed to thousands and hundreds of attacks and protection, was simply stunned by this data. And this is still low. The energy shield of the Comet mothership has reached a perverted 2 million, and more importantly, the shield recovery power is 5% per minute. That is to say, if the output of the other party in 1 minute does not exceed 100,000, the shield of the mothership will never be broken. Of course, once the shield is broken, the defense capability of the mothership itself is only 100 at most, which is simply not enough to see. And the mothership itself has a major disadvantage, that is, when it drops the carrier aircraft in the ship's body, the shield cannot be deployed. At this point, the Zerg's Yunda mother nest is stronger than the mothership. Although the Yunda mother nest does not have a shield, its blood volume is too thick, at least tens of millions, not only the amount of blood. As a living bodybuilding 677, its own regeneration ability is also extremely terrifying. This is also the reason why Meng Ze's 10,000 tanks gathered dozens of rounds and only eliminated a few layers of Yunda mother nest. In the end, because the Zerg were attacked on the floating island and had no resources, these Yunda mother nests were continuously besieged by tens of thousands of Wager fighters before they were killed. With the completion of one space shipyard after another, Meng Ze gradually increased the speed at which space assault ships were produced. Considering the needs of future landing battles, Meng Ze is ready to leave 10 space shipyards to produce Comet motherships. But this speed is a bit touching, 160 hours, which is still Meng Ze has a 1.5x bonus. otherwise 400 hours a ship. The price is as high as 12 million, and Meng Ze is going to vomit blood. At this time, Meng Ze really realized what the mysterious level is, and the mysterious level is the blood-sucking level. Although using mysterious level troops, you can get more bearing capacity. For example, the Comet Star mothership, if it is an ordinary level, the shield can reach 500,000 top of the sky. How can it not reach 2 million as high? But the stuff is good, but it's expensive. Super expensive. No wonder previous players couldn't go far with mysterious level buildings. The construction of the Meng Ze floating island has been fully launched, and new classes and warships have also begun. Just as Meng Ze was resting comfortably in his chair, he received a message of -90 degrees. Meng Ze, are you blocking the news too hard, or are you in conflict with your family? The -90-degree message made Meng Ze stunned, and was about to reply that there was nothing. It was a little strange to suddenly remember this. How could it suddenly ask about this at -90 degrees, so I didn't admit it or deny it. Why did you suddenly talk to me about this? The people in your family can't contact you, so they all found me here. 90 degrees below zero replied. Who's in my family? Meng Ze said heartily. Suddenly, I was shocked. It would not be the family members who impersonated this identity to find it. Who was looking for you? Meng Ze asked. Your housekeeper is called Fei Peng's. Meng Ze quickly called AKA in his mind, and then AKA came to AKA with information about Fei Peng, even Fei Peng and his intersection. Since obtaining the core of the interstellar world, Akka's ability to control information has improved by more than one level, and a lot of information that could not be mastered at the beginning now has some ability to make up for it. In particular, the information associated with Meng Ze even has a certain traceability. Fei Peng is related to Meng Ze's replacement identity, which is naturally included. The information from AKA didn't even need Meng Ze to see, and it naturally integrated into Meng Ze's memory. I see. Please forward his correspondence to me, Meng Ze said. Fei Peng himself does not have the qualifications of the interstellar world, but knowing the specific information of the player, he can directly contact the outside world with permission. With Meng Ze's permission, Fei Peng's communication naturally came in smoothly. Young Master Ze, I finally found you, Fei Peng said with a happy face. Uncle Fei, you're worried, Meng Ze replied naturally. Whether Fei Peng is really happy now, at least in the information collected by AKA, Fei Peng has done a lot for Meng Ze. Although it was at the behest of his grandfather, it was Meng Ze who benefited in the end. With Meng Ze's concept now, it is natural to call Uncle Fei. However, when Fei Peng heard this Uncle Fei, his eyes were very complicated, shocked and relieved. Young Master Ze, you have finally grown up. Fei Peng's tone was quite emotional. Meng Ze thought about it and understood. That Meng Ze of the Imperial Federation, since he is a notorious child, his moral standard is naturally not much higher. Counting on him to call Fei Peng Uncle Fei, it is estimated that there is no door. I didn't understand things before, which caused a lot of trouble for Uncle Fei. I hope Uncle Fei doesn't mind. Meng Ze puts an end to his own past. Then Meng Ze asked, I wonder what Uncle Fei is looking for me? Young Master Ze, young Master Qi asked you to go back, Fei Peng said. Go back? What to do when I go back? I don't need it at home. Meng Ze flatly refused. But, young Master Ze, young Master Qi means that you must go back, Fei Peng said in embarrassment. Uncle Fei, you don't need to say more. I think the interstellar world is the most suitable place for me. I won't go back. If he has an opinion, let him come to me by himself. No, don't use it to find me. Let him stay where he is cool. The timely information provided by AKA made Meng Ze understand that Meng Ze and his brother of the Imperial Federation would not deal with it at all. Although there is no major contradiction, he has always been abandoned by Meng Qi. Now that he has replaced the identity of that Meng Ze, he naturally has to perform accordingly. Besides, with his current situation, he can't go if he wants to. Meng Ze's reaction was both expected and unexpected by Fei Peng. As expected, Meng Ze and Meng Qi had a bad relationship, and he would not necessarily listen to Meng Qi's opinion, and unexpectedly, Meng Ze's tone would be so direct and tough. It seems that the identity of the commander of the interstellar world is really very exercised, and young Master Meng Ze has undergone a transformation, and the kind of only promise that he used to face Meng Qi is estimated to never be there again. Fei Peng didn't say anything more, but said, "Young Master Ze, your performance now, I believe that the old man will feel relieved if he knows. I will convey the young master's situation to the old master, and I believe that young Master Qi will not have any more opinions in the future." Meng Ze's eyes flashed, and Fei Peng's words were a little interesting. It seems that he feels that his performance is excellent now and can be supported by Meng Shaoen. Subconsciously, it means that he supports himself. Can playing a game really be so awesome? Can it also influence the opinions of the Meng family in the Imperial Federation? On the surface, Meng Ze smiled and nodded. "Thank you, Uncle Fei." After hanging up the communication, Meng Ze fell into deep thought. There must be something in this interstellar world that you don't understand. This is definitely known at -90 degrees. The family background of -90 degrees is already very strong, although it is his own will. But it is certainly not as simple as playing a game to make his family agree that he came to the interstellar world to play games without taking a political career. AKA should also know that this guy is not known to have awesome information control ability, and he came to this world also brought by AKA. But he never said, "Is there any difficulty or meaning?" Meng Ze asked again in his mind, but unexpectedly received no response. Meng Ze thought about it and dialed the -90-degree communication. "Meng Ze, are things taken care of?" 90 degrees below zero asked with concern. "It's not a big problem, but I think I will spend more time in the interstellar world in the future." 39. Haha. Meng Ze, have you finally figured it out? Ready to take the commander all the way down? -90 degrees Celsius is happy for his good friend. All along, he felt that with Meng Ze's talent, not taking the interstellar world seriously was really tyrannical. This road is not so easy to take. Meng Ze pretended to be embarrassed. "Maybe for others, but Meng Ze, you are different. I believe that you will definitely enter the reserve sequence of the commander of the Imperial Federation when you reach the 5th level. Maybe they have noticed you now." The words of -90 degrees made Meng Ze's heart stir, and he suddenly remembered what Dream Star Nightlight had said before. Investigating, isn't the Phantom Star Night Glow, or the mysterious agency he represents, investigating him? Could it be that -90 degrees is what we are talking about? Do you know any specific requirements? Meng Ze asked. "I don't know. StarCraft Simulation World, as the commander training base of the Empire, Wang Zhao Zhao, Federation, is not something that everyone can choose. I think it takes level 5 to make it possible." The words at -90 degrees exploded in Meng Ze's mind like a thunderbolt on a sunny day. The interstellar world is actually the training base of the commander of the Imperial Federation. I see. I see. Many things that felt inexplicable before were all explained at once. Thinking about it this way, the identity of Dream Star Night Glow, which is obviously not simple, actually has the ability to let Meng Ze directly enter the inspection list. Dream Star Yahweh lost his temper before and hated the appearance of iron not steel, but there was also an explanation. However, the good intentions of the big guy are destined to go down the drain. Thinking about his situation, Meng Ze felt a little ashamed of Dream Starry Night. But there is no way, and he is not a real citizen of the Imperial Federation, let alone go there. What's more, Blue Star is his own home, his family and friends are here, he has not thought of giving up, and he can't give it up. Leaning back in the commander's chair with mixed feelings. I really didn't expect that there would be such a layer of truth in the interstellar world. Thinking of Dream Star Yahweh specially told himself to participate in future world missions as much as possible. Now I don't know whether to participate or not. After thinking about it for a while, Meng Ze let out a breath. Forget it. Let's take it one step at a time, just don't know about it. There really is no good way to do this kind of thing. After arranging the production tasks in the interstellar world, Meng Ze simply did not stay here and withdrew from the interstellar world. Shortly after Meng Ze withdrew from the interstellar world, a communication was sent at -90 degrees. No one answered for a long time, and the head was suddenly messy at -90 degrees. Rely on, I swore that I would develop in the interstellar world. It was not 2 hours. The people slipped away again. Next time I believe you, and I am a cloud armor beast, a low-level beast of the Imperial Federation. Back at Blue Star, Meng Ze stood on the edge of the balcony, watching the bustling traffic and crowds below, regaining the atmosphere of society. Meng Ze feels that the commanders of the interstellar world are actually lonely. Although there are friends, in fact, everyone cannot really be together, just like the network on the Blue Star, even if the opposite is your relatives, but online chat is not a substitute for companionship. When the commander faces a problem, he often solves it by himself, with millions of legions under his command, but no one can make decisions for him or even give him advice. 680 Blue Star is not only where Meng Ze was born, but also his haven of rest. I missed you. Meng Ze thought of her little girlfriend Lua Wei, and even though she knew she couldn't see it at school, she couldn't help but send her a message. After sitting for a while, Meng Ze suddenly felt the need to go out and walk without any purpose. When I opened the door, I saw the neighbor's family on the opposite side going out. A family of 3, the child is about 3 or 4 years old. Meng Ze smiled and nodded, kind of a hello. The man enthusiastically asked the child to call him Uncle. Uncle! The child squealed obediently. Very well behaved. Meng Ze smiled. Uncle. 35, the child squealed again. Meng Ze was about to respond when the child suddenly said, "You are amazing." Meng Ze was stunned. The child's father listened to the child's words, subconsciously looked at Meng Ze seriously, and suddenly felt that the temperament of the little brother opposite was simply outstanding, and there was a feeling of awe. Meng Ze came back to his senses, smiled, and rubbed the child's head. You will be more powerful than your uncle in the future. After several people separated in the community, the man said to his wife, "This little brother is afraid that he is not an ordinary person. Do you feel this way?" The woman nodded and said, "I have it too, but I don't seem to see him very much. I guess it's very busy. How can I be as comfortable as us ordinary people?" Bumping into neighbors is just a small episode. However, the aura on Meng Ze's body is obviously much more rounded, and it is no longer as fierce as before. Otherwise, the neighbor feels awe-inspiring. Walking aimlessly along the street, suddenly, Meng Ze wanted to visit Lua Wei's school on a whim. I called a car and came to the school gate of Taiyuan No. 7 High School. Meng Ze, who has a keen sense of hearing, can even hear the teacher's lecture. Taiyuan No. 7 High School is a closed high school, and the school has walls more than 3 meters high on all sides. But this height is not difficult for Meng Ze. Choosing a position, jumping up and down with his hand on the fence, Meng Ze easily entered the school. I hadn't done anything like this in a long time, and Meng Ze even found it a little irritating. Immediately Meng Ze thought of -90 degrees and dog-headed buns, and smiled in his heart. Fortunately, they didn't know. If they let them know that they went to climb the school wall, it was estimated that it would be enough for them to laugh for a lifetime. Meng Ze took a few steps and went up a tree-lined path. I didn't go far before I was stopped. "Hey, which teacher are you? I don't seem to have seen you." A young female teacher holding a book stopped him, looked him up and down and asked. Meng Ze smiled and said, "I just arrived." Meng Ze mentally added the sentence, "I just came in over the wall." The female teacher thought that Meng Ze said that he was a new teacher, and she was overjoyed and said, "My name is Zhang Xiaoran, a biology teacher in the first year of high school. I only came to the school last year. I don't know what your name is?" This teacher is still a little self-acquainted. Meng Ze said heartily. "Hello, Teacher Zhang. My name is Meng Ze. 35. We should be about the same age, you. Just call me by my name, and I will call you Meng Ze." Teacher Zhang stared at Meng Ze intently, feeling that the male teacher in front of him was so temperamental. Meng Ze always felt that the teacher in front of him was strange and did not want to deal with it too much. He just came in to meet Luo Wei secretly. So he said, "Sorry, Teacher Zhang, I have something to do now. Let's go first." After speaking, he was ready to leave. His gaze inadvertently swept over a picture on Zhang Xiran's chest, and he was suddenly stunned. Zhang Xiran saw Meng Ze staring at him, followed his gaze, and suddenly blushed. It turned out that she was a little nervous just now, and the book was hugged too tightly and squeezed a plump place up, revealing a little scenery. But under the shyness, there was no movement. "Teacher Zhang, can you show me that picture?" 35. "No way." Zhang Xiaoran, who was spinning some kind of thought in his head, heard Meng Ze's question, subconsciously thought that Meng Ze wanted to see a place inappropriate for children, and exclaimed. 66. Such a big reaction overwhelmed Meng Ze. Then Zhang Xiaoran suddenly came back to his senses, realized that Meng Ze wanted to see a picture, and said in his heart, "God, there is no face to see people." 39. If it weren't for the fact that this picture was so important, Meng Ze would have turned around and left. After a while, the mood finally eased, and Zhang Xiaoran hurriedly handed over the picture Meng Ze said, tilting his head and not daring to look at him. Meng Ze was not in the mood to pay attention to Teacher Zhang's mood, took the picture and looked at it carefully. The image is in color, and the clarity is not very high, but Meng Ze can clearly see that it is a shuttle-shaped battleship. It stands to reason that this social mapping and PMAP software has long been popular, and any kind of battleship picture can be made, and Meng Ze should not be curious about this picture. But Meng Ze, who has used 3 gene-enhancing reagents, has an intuition that this photo is real and not artificially made. "Teacher Zhang, how did you get this picture?" Meng Ze asked. "Huh?" Zhang Xiaoran, who didn't know what god he was walking, was stunned for a moment before he came back to his senses, and said, "This is passed to me by one of my classmates. He is an astronomy enthusiast, saying that he took it inadvertently. I think it is impossible. Maybe the picture is peas." 39. Speaking of this, she looked at Meng Ze and said, "Teacher Meng is interested in this?" Meng Ze nodded and was not polite. "I don't know if it is convenient for Teacher Zhang to leave the picture to me." "No problem, I still have photos on my phone, or let's add a microchat and I'll send you the photos too," Zhang Xiaoran said. "Then thank you, Teacher Zhang." Meng Ze slapped his hands casually, his pants pockets were empty, and said regretfully, "I forgot my mobile phone when I went out, so I can only add it next time I meet Teacher Zhang." Then, as if remembering something, he was shocked. "Oh, I forgot something. Goodbye, Teacher Zhang." 35. Don't wait for Zhang Xiaoran to say anything, holding the picture and flashing smoke. The moment he turned around, the mobile phone in the cuff slipped deftly into his hand. Meng Ze came to school to see Luo Wei, purely on a whim, and did not think to disturb her study. Found the 2nd and 3rd classes of high school, secretly took a photo of Luo Wei studying outside the classroom, and Meng Ze went home satisfied. And today in school, there seems to be an unexpected gain, but if it is true, it is not a good thing for Meng Ze or even Blue Star. When I got home, I didn't meet the neighbor's family again. Meng Ze memorized the picture in his hand again, prepared to go to the interstellar world and reproduce it. This step is actually very easy. The command center is connected to the commander's brain domain. As long as the memory is deep, it is easy to project. Looking at the reproduced picture on the big screen, a shuttle battleship glided through the void, and the photo was also a picture of the planet. "This battleship looks not small," Meng Ze said heartily. "But this is natural, although I don't know how many telescopes Zhang Xiran's astronomy-loving classmate uses, but the battleship is small, and the difficulty of photographing will naturally be much higher." Through this background, Meng Ze can't tell where the battleship is, it feels like it shouldn't be close, and he doesn't know how it was photographed. Meng Ze had no experience in judging battleships, so he had to let G-Brain take a separate screenshot of the battleship pattern in the picture. Not sending the whole picture is also afraid of being discovered. Maybe the possibility is very small, but what if? Passing the picture to -90 degrees, Meng Ze knew that he knew something about the Star Spirit clan. Why he thought of the Star Spirit clan first, Meng Ze himself did not understand, perhaps because he did not know much race. About an hour later, the communication came at -90 degrees. Meng Ze, where did you find the style of this battleship? 90 degrees below zero asked. I got it by accident. How, did I find anything? Meng Ze asked. I asked someone, there is indeed such a battleship, but the style is very old. It is the standard warship of the Star Spirit clan a long time ago. I remember you said that the Star Spirit clan has disappeared for a long time. Meng Ze remembered what he had said before at -90 degrees. Yes, I haven't found a trace of the Star Spirit clan for hundreds of years. I really don't know where you found the pictures. You don't seem to be such a curious person. 99. 90 degrees below zero was clearly puzzled by the photo Meng Ze had taken. It's not convenient to say it now, so let's talk to you if there is a new situation. Meng Ze didn't think about how to get over this kind of thing, so he simply said it. Anyway, shooting at -90 degrees will not guess his true situation, and maybe we will need his help in the future. I don't know who gave you this, but as a friend, I want to advise you, don't let the Star Spirit clan have the opportunity to get close to your body, and it's best not to let them know about you. The Star Spirit clan has a spirit manipulator called the Dark Executive, which can remotely telepathically cue designated objects, making people puppets and unknowable. The Imperial Federation suffered a great blow that year. 90 degrees below zero. Thank you, I'll pay attention. By the way, I remember that the Star Spirit clan seems to have been defeated by the Zerg. 90 degrees below zero nodded and said, it should be like this. Now most of the original realm of the Star Spirit clan is on the Zerg side, but there is no definite news that the Star Spirit clan is defeated. But one thing is certain, the control method of the Zerg superiors and subordinates is the nemesis of the Dark Executive of the Star Spirit clan, and any Zerg who is hinted by the mind can quickly find abnormalities. Our current commander mode is actually partly a reference to the way the Zerg operate. 35. Meng Ze probably got it too. This method does not prevent civilization from being infiltrated, but the barrel of the gun is all in the hands of a fully protected and fully trusted commander, and the entire civilization cannot be chaotic. How many mines do you have now? Meng Ze asked about -90 degrees. It's less than 200. I really don't know how you did it, so quickly you got 10,000 mines. -90 degrees sighed. Haven't you been watching? Rioters, and then push flat. Meng Ze felt that his approach should be simple. Meng Ze, you got off to a very bad start, you know? Speaking of this, -90 degrees can't help but complain. Now that the 320 new district is all together, everyone is a desperate riot soldier who wants to learn from you to riot a lot of soldiers and then expand rapidly. But I don't have the capital like you, and I have learned 4 things. Some people who originally wanted to develop with peace of mind are now not working, others are rioters, they are not violent, and they will immediately become targets. Now there is restlessness everywhere in the new district, and there is war all day long. 35. This shouldn't affect you at all, anyway, no one around should be able to beat you. Meng Ze said. The problem is that I also want riot soldiers. Now those players are ruthless. Sometimes I would rather fail than gnaw you. I have to put a lot of soldiers in other mining areas to defend. If you don't defend it, you will be sneak attacked. The loss of a command center is tens of millions, so that I don't have much energy to expand now, like a thief every day. 0. Ask for flowers. -90 degrees is very depressed, thinking that at the beginning, how harmonious the 320 new area was, who knew that it was made by Meng Ze, and many people were unbalanced. Oh, I wonder how my little brothers are doing? It's okay, don't say it. Your little brother called Dream Bend Overtaking. The ability to combine vertical and horizontal is really good. Now with a group of players to attack the city, and I have cooperation here. -90 degrees praised. Haha, don't look at whose little brother it is. Well, first of all, I haven't asked him for a long time. I will also care about it. Although -90 degrees did not say, Meng Ze knew that I died with whom, and the kindergarten master estimated that the development was average, and he had completely fallen behind. Point 0. Connect the communication with the overtaking of the dream corner, and the other party is very surprised. Big guy, you've finally come to visit your little brother. That said, although I didn't give you a communication, I also have information about you. I know that you are developing very well now. Meng Ze is now on sale, telling the news he just got from -90 degrees. Hehe, it's far worse than the big guy. That said, but I am very happy to get praise from the big guys and overtake on the dream corner. Come on, the chaotic battlefield is more difficult to mix than imagined. The new area can be said to be the best development opportunity. We must accumulate enough mining areas in the new area. The more the better. Otherwise, when you get to the chaotic battlefield, it will be difficult to make progress. Dream Corner overtaking can feel the sincerity of his own boss. With his understanding of Meng Ze, this should be his own boss during this time. Meng Ze can be said to know very little about the game before, let alone the chaotic battlefield. Sure enough, Meng Ze and Dream Bend overtook T. Mengjuan's current situation, causing their little brother to sigh. Don't worry, the big guy. I will do my best to lay a good foundation and never disgrace the big guy. Well, you can only rely on yourself. I estimate that when you are promoted to the 3rd level, I may be at the 4th level and the 5th level, and I can't take care of you much. Haha, the big guy has already given me such a good foundation. How can I let the big guy take care of it from time to time? Dream corners overtake confident roads. Seeing him like this, Meng Ze feels relieved. People will help themselves and others will help them. Only self-improvement. Others pull you to have a role. Ending the call with Dream Bend overtaking the other 2 younger brothers, Meng Ze thought about it and did not write to it. Some things are reluctant. Those 2 little brothers themselves have limited qualifications, and the distance between several people is destined to become farther and farther. Meng Ze also noticed a message from a mammoth man thanking him. After reading it, Meng Ze knew that it was Meng Jun who told a fierce man that he was going to take the 2 of them to do a task. Meng Ze doesn't know much about a fierce man or Meng Ze, the 2 new brothers of the chaotic battlefield. But anyway, he didn't have too many requirements and originally took what he needed. Of course, if the little brother is sensible, he can naturally pull more. The ground force Meng Ze has no plans to increase for the time being, and after seeing the production progress of the space shipyard, Meng Ze withdrew from the interstellar world. 680. The news from -90 degrees made Meng Ze a little worried and couldn't help but ask AKA in his heart. But Akka obviously did not intend to interfere in this matter and did not even give a response. Meng Ze can feel that AKA has his own needs for so long, unless it is related to his safety. AKA will take the initiative to intervene. Only the last time watching the battle was actively revealed. The rest of the time is only passive response. Or even no response. What did the war I saw last time portend? Is the war not far from me? Meng Ze has checked the relevant knowledge. Astronomically, between 2 large river systems, the distance is almost millions of light years. That is to say, the war between the Zerg and the Imperial Federation seen before can be said to be not far away. Meng Ze has not yet understood how strong the interstellar action ability of the Imperial Federation is, but since the 4th level will have the means of interstellar movement such as space jumping, then the Imperial Federation, as a 6th level civilization, will inevitably be stronger, even much stronger. Perhaps it is possible to appear in the galaxy in the next moment. At this time, Meng Ze suddenly felt that if he could really obtain the status of the commander of the Imperial Federation, he might be able to better protect the Blue Star, protect his family, friends, and all the Blue Star people. However, all this is in no hurry. Meng Ze's next thing to do is complete the promotion battle and get more points. At 7 o'clock in the evening, Meng Ze received a call from Luo Wei. Brother Xiaobai, I miss you too. The girl spoke in a sweet voice about her thoughts about Meng Ze. I really hope that my Vivi grows up soon. Brother Xiaobai, do you think I'm small? Yes, it's not cooked and you can't eat it. Little white brother, You are too bad," the girl said coquettishly. Then Luo Wei muttered in a low voice, "People understand everything, okay?" 55. "Then next time you come to my house, you will teach me," Meng Ze quipped. "Think beautifully. Brother Bai, I really want to be with you every day." 35. Feeling the girl's mood, Meng Ze's heart softened, comforted and reminded, "Time flies quickly. Come to Japan for a long time. Besides, isn't there still a weekend? Vivi, you have to be careful when you go to school, otherwise your excuse to go to the library next time will not work." "Don't worry, Brother Bai. It's really easy for me to learn now. In the past 2 days of single subject tests, I am all first," the girl said proudly. "My family's Vivi is the smartest." "Of course. By the way, little white brother, it is said that there have been many supernova explosions recently," Luo Wei said. "Why would you care about this?" Meng Ze wondered. "Because Brother Bai likes it." Meng Ze probably knows why Luo Wei thinks so. "After staying in the interstellar world for a long time, sometimes I do unconsciously pay attention to astronomy or science fiction. But these are all shown in details, and the girl can find out, which is enough to show that she really cares about him." "Did you see it on the news?" Meng Ze asked. "What the physics teacher said when chatting today, he also lamented the smallness of our human beings. Hehe, no matter how great those things are, they are too far away from us, and what we see now may be something that happened tens of thousands of years ago." Meng Ze didn't pay much attention. "It should be. I checked, and someone from the observatory on the internet said that the spectrum of the supernova burst detected this time was wrong and seemed to be distorted, but I didn't understand this either. By the way, the people at the observatory also released a photo saying that they may have found traces of aliens." "Oh, that's very strange. I'll forward the news link to you later." Then the two chatted for a while, and the girl hung up the phone reluctantly. News links were quickly sent to Meng Ze's phone. Seeing the photo on the news, it is still a photo of the Star Spirit Race's battleship, but it is much clearer than the last time Meng Ze got it from Zhang Xiaoran, and Meng Ze can even see the bright shield on the battleship from the photo. "How is this possible?" Meng Ze exclaimed. "If you want to take such a clear photo, then the battleship of the Star Spirit clan must be as close as to the blue star." "Acre, what the hell is going on?" Meng Ze felt a feeling of extreme anxiety welling up in his heart. Nothing is clear and nothing can be done, which is a bad feeling for Meng Ze, who is accustomed to being a commander in the interstellar world. "Hyperspace information leakage, not so close to the blue star, you still have time." AKA sent a rare message of comfort to Meng Ze. After getting Acre's reply, Meng Ze's heart was much calmer. But Meng Ze always has to do something on his own, and involuntarily enters the interstellar world. Looking at the resources, Meng Ze immediately increased the number of space shipyards by another 20. It's not that I don't want more, but Meng Ze, who has a mine at home, actually has no money. After waiting for more than 10 hours, the construction of the new spaceship yard was completed. Meng Ze has more than 2.35 billion more on hand. Meng Ze dedicates some of these resources to continue the space assault ship manufacturing program. After that, he exhaled deeply and watched the process of manufacturing warships in the spaceship yard for a while before exiting the interstellar world. From the first observation of the war between the Imperial Federation and the Zerg, Meng Ze found that as if being pulled by fate, things that could only be felt in the interstellar world are getting closer and closer to him in the real world. "I believe there will be a way. I believe the time is in time." With these things in mind, Meng Ze forced himself to sleep. On this night, some people think about their boyfriends and love, some people think about their jobs, some people think about the future of their children, and some people are worried about the safety of Blue Star. In the morning, Meng Ze enters the interstellar world. Knowing the truth about the interstellar world, coupled with the clouds of the real world, Meng Ze felt a sense of urgency in his heart. Reviewed the ship's manufacturing progress. The number of space assault ships is close to 2,000, and these warships are densely parked in designated positions, occupying an area of several square kilometers. Meng Ze estimated that these ships should be enough. Even if the opponent in this promotion battle is twice as strong as the life and death battle, it should be able to win the battle. Meng Ze looked at the numbers of the other classes, except for miners and engineers. There are 1.65 million land-based mobile armored infantry, 300,000 land-based mobile ion pyrometers, 600,000 land-based mobile heavy fortresses, 150,000 sky mechs, 150,000 Thor mechas, 150,000 improved science ships, 300,000 function assault ships, and 150,000 transport assault ships. In addition, 10 of the largest Comet Star motherships were completed. This transport type of mothership is almost 300 meters wide and high, but the length reaches a staggering 2 kilometers. Just these 1,005 ships, there is a feeling of covering the sky. Meng Ze can't imagine how to put warships in the future, which will get bigger and bigger, more and more. With these ships and legions, Meng Ze confidently applied for promotion. The adjutant who had been following Meng Ze's Fantasy Star Night Glow soon received the message. "Colonel, will you add ingredients this time?" The adjutant asked cautiously. Since the last life and death battle, I don't know if it was because he did not achieve the expected goal, and the adjutant always felt that his boss looked at him strangely. If you want to say that you are dissatisfied, it seems that you have not put small shoes on yourself. If you want to say that you are satisfied, I feel that the face of your boss in those days is not very good-looking. Therefore, the adjutant did not dare to make his own claims, and as soon as he received the news of the promotion battle, he immediately came to ask for instructions. "How? You still want to add him to level 4? Dreamstar Knight," we said angrily. Last time, it wasn't Meng Ze who was fierce enough, and it is estimated that he would really be killed by this adjutant, which is not what Dreamstar Knight we wants to see. But that time, it also proved his vision in disguise. Meng Ze is indeed a genius. I just hope he can grow up faster, so that he can help himself share a little of the pressure. Dreamstar Night Glow's words made the adjutant pause. Could it be that the colonel felt that he had added more ingredients last time? Seeing his adjutant's expression, Dreamstar Knight we waved his hand, and it was not difficult for him. Let's just follow the normal promotion battle. With clear instructions, the adjutant was relieved and hurriedly arranged to go. Meng Ze sighed. After waiting for a while, the application for promotion was approved. There was no option this time, which made Meng Ze relieved at the same time, but also a little disappointed, thinking that it was because his strength evaluation had not reached a level that could be upgraded. Although I am not prepared to increase the difficulty, whether I am qualified or not is another matter. This time, because Meng Ze did not turn on the space interferometer very much, he finally let his space disturbance observation radar work. The detection range of the space disturbance observation radar was adjusted by Meng Ze to 10,000 kilometers, which does not include the void floating island itself. After waiting for 2 or 3 hours, the brain sounded an alarm. A long list of highlights appear in the virtual reality of the reality simulation console. In this virtual reality, not only Meng Ze's void floating island is included, but also Meng Jun, a fierce man, and 5 other void floating islands that have not interacted with each other. Meng Ze didn't expect that there were so many neighbors around him, and if it weren't for the full power of the space disturbance observation radar in this promotion battle, he didn't know when he would have discovered this. This also shows that his sense of detection is simply not enough, and he still stays in the thinking of hundreds of kilometers and thousands of kilometers of reconnaissance range around the new district. Meng Ze is a reflective person who is aware of the problem, takes it to heart, and avoids the same mistake in the future. Continue to observe targets that enter the detection range. The speed is beyond Meng Ze's imagination, and Meng Ze allows the intelligent brain to accurately measure speed. Commander, the target is sailing with 10 times the curvature, the speed is 3,000, and it is expected to reach 1,000 kilometers outside the void floating island in about 3 hours. You say, What if we suddenly turn on the space interferometer to the maximum? Meng Ze had a whim. 66. Obviously, G-Brain will not answer his question. But that's okay. This question is easy to answer. Just do an experiment. Meng Ze asked G-Brain to instantly open the spatial interferometer and cover the incoming Zerg. I saw that in the virtual reality projection, the Zerg light points detected by the Space Disturbance Observation Radar flickered for a while, and then suddenly all disappeared. Yes, missing. On the Meng Ze virtual reality holographic map, there is indeed no more Zerg figure. Then Meng Ze realized something. This is the lack of its own space detection ability. After the Zerg returned to normal space from the subdimension, the disturbance to the space was too small, and the Space Disturbance Observation Radar could not detect it at all. This is a hidden danger. Meng Ze also remembered first. He believes that there must be corresponding detection methods in the interstellar world. It is impossible to say that normal space detection is not comparable to subspace. On the Zerg side, the interference that suddenly appeared in the subspace was like helping the Zerg step on the brakes, and all the Zerg bounced out of the subspace in a short time. The high-speed voyage was suddenly interrupted, which not only caused a chaos in the Zerg lineup, but also damaged the Yunda mother nest as a means of transport. Just when the Zerg was scratching their heads, the spatial disturbance disappeared again. Was it an accident? This time, the Zerg leader who received the order to strangle the Terran commander said in the heart. It's not that the Zerg didn't react, but because the Mesh 680 standard is just a newly promoted commander, and the probability of having a space interferometer is too low. So the lineup was slightly adjusted, and the Zerg once again entered the curvature voyage. On the other hand, Meng Ze readjusted the power of the space interferometer. I thought that the Zerg would slowly sail over in the void, and then their own space assault ships would be able to have 500 or 600 more places. Unexpectedly, not long after, the light point of the Zerg appeared in the real holographic map again. Oh, this is remembering to eat or not to beat. Meng Ze was happy. I'm bored, and the Zerg are giving themselves fun. So the space interferometer turned on again. Zerg, step on the brakes. However, this time, Meng Ze did not wait for the light point to disappear, and the power of the space interferometer was reduced. The flickering light spot just stabilized. Meng Ze turned on the space interferometer power. The troops navigating the Zerg subspace are like riding a roller coaster. So far, no commander in the interstellar world has done anything like Meng Ze, simply using the expensive space interferometer as a toy. A few times down, not to mention the Yunda mother nest, even many Zerg troops inside have caused internal injuries. 99. Zerg leader, could it be that you encountered spatial turbulence?
Thank you for watching Mystic Realms Recap. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.